Welcome back to CatFist Gaming. My name is Farnold Ishman. And this is the first time we've played this game, Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Or Warhammer 40,000 if you want to be technical.
This is definitely not the second try to get this right.
The second try today, if it's definitely not anything. So I told you a little bit about it earlier today, but I was playing Words with Friends with my mother because I'm a good boy. Mm-hmm. And an ad came up for some kind of fix your house mobile game. You know, your sink's leaking and you got your like fucking stoves on fire or something like that.
Yeah.
And you fix it with various things. And the demo has some options chosen. So it gave good options and bad options. So for example, for the sink, you fix it with a wrench. It stops the water. Yeah. And for the stove, if you fix it with gasoline, it makes the fire go more. So that's a bad option. And one of the problems you have in your house is a cat. Or I'm sorry, you don't have... I've tanked my own story. You have a rat. And one of the options you have is the cat. And if you choose the cat, you place the cat on the ground. The rats pick up the cat and put the cat in the goddamn oven.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hardcore, not only for an E-rated game. I figured out what game it is. I can't find the ad. So everyone thinks I'm insane, but I figured out what the name of the game is.
Yeah. Is this where we announce that we have a partnership?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not down with gas and cats. But if you mess with the rat, you get the gat.
Jesus.
But... I can't find the actual ad itself, but it happened. I was there.
I believe you. See, the whole thing is I believe you. Jesus, how long is this? Can we skip this?
We could, but I'm in it for the storyline. I'm forging the narrative.
Our 7 subscribers.
We have 7 subscribers.
Yeah.
Not one of them is me.
No.
You know what, Zach? I think
it's
time for an announcement, and I hope our editor does a little thing during this portion because
I hope so too.
Because we now have more subscribers than can fit in most sedans.
I'll find a picture of a sedan, I guess.
That's right. We're so popular that we couldn't go with a road trip without 2 cars or a larger vehicle.
Oh God.
And that's worth considering.
You know, I'm trying not to let it go to my head, but it's already there.
Yeah. Speaking of heads, this is our talking head for the game, Mr. Captain Titus
Andronicus.
Is that really his last name?
I don't think so. I do.
You're just talking out of your ass.
I'll look it up. Hold on. This is that sweet moment of silence for the audience while I type furiously into the phone.
It's Todd Pilot. We're losing attitude.
Captain Titus, Space Marine.
Yeah, but what's his last name?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, it's the Lance of Jove.
Captain Titus. You know what? He does not have, not one that I can find. But if this ever gets a comment, and the first comment is something like, what his last name actually is, kill myself.
Yeah,
I'll probably do it.
Kill yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, if you make an argument like that. Life is the absurd, my friend.
Yeah, the good news is we don't have a plan for episode 2, so it's just going to be me dead.
What do you mean? We're some amount of time into this capture. Yeah, I'm feeling it's next time.
I didn't look at when we started, but the recording's been going for 9 minutes, and we absolutely messed up the first 5.
Where do you see that?
Audio position.
We didn't mess up the first. This dialogue is messing up this portion. This is what everybody wants to hear. So that's the orc warship. It can presumably fly.
Yeah. Is that...
Yeah, you got something to say?
I don't. Do you want me to provide commentary about?
Do I want you to take up the slack? Part 1, Planetfall above Forge World Graia. So a little bit about this game. We're spacemans. We're here because we got a problem with these fine gentlemen here, taking this here Forge World Graia, and we don't want that one bit. So we're here to genocide their whole goddamn race if we can. Yeah. This is the first portion of the tutorial here. Our captain of the Spacemans, Mr. Titus here, has decided that he doesn't have time to wait around with pansy landing maneuvers, so he's just going to jump on the orc warship here and kill whatever he can find.
Yeah. And I think we already figured out that the Codex does not recommend this plan.
You know, you're spoiling the plot for all the kids
Wait,
at home.
I thought we said that already. I haven't been paying attention.
I don't know. I don't think Leandros has been introduced as his character. Spoilers. It should be noted that we are playing this game on hard, which means I will probably screw it up as I am trying to figure out how to reload right now.
RB.
I could, you know what? Don't fuck with
I
me
spoiled
right
it.
now.
I spoiled it.
Don't.
See, the best part is we're going to talk over each other the whole time, and that's how we're going to get followers.
Well, I'm gonna do
Viewers.
my best to be polite because I'm a good boy, not like my good friend here. The Francis Ishman thing is a purely visual joke, and I'm now going to explain it using words and not in conjunction of any. I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. I don't think you can die in the tutorial.
Oh, what comedic timing! I was gonna stun that guy to get my HP pack. So welcome back to CatFist Gaming. This is the first episode, or we're starting here. It's a purely visual joke. You see, Frankold Ishman is abbreviated to F. Ishman, and you could put that together to spell Fishman.
I follow.
For all you Call of Cthulhu fans out there. And that's the entire joke, as I know nothing about Call of Cthulhu, as I have never read any of the material that wasn't from a game.
It ruined the mystery.
Would it ruin the mystery if one of the characters had an F. Ishman name tag?
Having only read like a couple stories.
Hello, my name is F. Ishman.
No, I don't think it actually would. I think it just add to it.
You think it'd be a real stunner for all the? It'd be a real page turner.
It's a real barn burner.
I don't think that's what you do with books.
A real cat corruptor.
We got some of those. We got some
Corrupted cats?
No,
That's true.
we got some dumb cats.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully we'll make it past this portion.
I don't know.
I've
This
never
is
realized
really hard. So these are orc boys here. Now, for all you fresh memers out there, these are not BOIS boys, as that would be incorrect. These are BOYZ boys. It's different. It's they're based off of football hooligans, and otherwise are orcs. I feel like at this point in the timeline that should be an adequate description on its own. This is gonna be a cutscene.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say some people make YouTube commentary look super easy.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Yeah. Is that why you're sitting over there being such a sad lad? Well, I'm absolutely nailing it with the personality right now. I bet nobody finds this.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Cringy and overbearing.
Welcome to the first episode of CatFist Gaming. We have F. Ishman and Sad Lad.
Did you say F. Ishman because you don't remember what I said for my name?
I literally don't.
No. Do you want to take a guess? It was Farnold. Farnold. Farnold.
Jesus.
It's the one my mother gave me.
What was her name? You didn't think that far, did you?
Ariel.
Oh, God.
I mean, what else would her name be?
I'm pretty sure that
we're gonna have to censor that.
C&D from the
Don't say it.
The big Disney.
Disney LLC.
The D is silent.
So the first thing you'll find out about hard mode on this game is that you pretty much have to mash stun through everything unless you're good at games, which I'm not.
Yeah, 2 left thumbs. That's how you're
born. It's a serious medical condition, and I don't really appreciate. We're
Look,
rotating this turret right now. The turret's on some kind of pivot, so it rotates. That's where we're at.
You can literally see the pivot. You can see the pixels, too.
Yeah. I mean, I can see a limited number of pixels as my vision is limited. You know, 24.4 frames per second. That's right.
Oh, God.
Where's my lazy cohorts?
Not here.
We are now crashing. We were flying before. Crashing is a state adjacent to flying. not necessarily an evolution of flying, although I believe you cannot crash without having flown in the case of an airborne craft.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you can crash from like sugar highs and stuff. Well, also real highs, but I was going with the family friendly sugar high.
All right, so welcome back to CatFist Gaming. We're gonna get into my good buddy Zack's hardcore drug use and history with it. Tell us a little bit about it. What did you learn?
How
have you changed as a person? Obviously,
marijuana.
Obviously, you were weak and lacking in will and character before. But surely you must have grown out of that to arrive at this stage.
Wow, I wish. No,
yeah? No?
Oh, here's the title. Okay,
this is the first part of the game.
Welcome to CatFist Gaming, Space Marine, 40k, 40,000.
Kevin Spacey's Space Marine.
I said CatFist Gaming, but now that I'm thinking about it, welcome to Kevin Spacey's Space
Welcome
Marine.
to Kevin Spacey Space Marine. This is our main character, Kevin Spacey. He's a spacey man. Yeah. I can't run.
Excuse me. Are we gonna point out that this is Kevin Spacey, the spaceman?
I mean, why wouldn't we? We pointed out so many other facts. Like, this is the Forge World Graia, as you can see, has many pipes and girders and concrete and such, indicating that it's a Forge World. I'm under the understanding that Forge Worlds typically produce such things. It's a dead guy. That's a dead guy.
They also produce dead guys.
Life produces dead guys.
Oh, I have a Coke over there. Hold on.
What do you do? No, I want my Coke. Welcome back to Cat Gaming. I guess the relationship didn't last long enough. I've now had to fly solo, but it's okay because I'm going to make up for it with twice the non sequiturs. Non sequitur is the ultimate form of statement. A conversation usually hinges on two people being able to interact, but with a non sequitur, you can really just cut the legs out under from anyone you're talking. It's a real power move.
Speaking of power moves, I'm back.
I thought you were back. I gave you time to really say something there. Make your mark. But you know what? You killed it. We had to cut that whole thing from the video. I can't say why.
Which one? Oh,
that huge space of silence
in the test video.
No.
In this test video.
No, what are you talking? Like 45 seconds ago.
In that
saving
test video.
content.
Destroy them.
We're gonna destroy them. We're gonna pick up that ammo. Oh. We're gonna enter A mode with this ranged weapon. We are playing with a controller. I wanted to play with mouse and keyboard, but my good buddy Zack here was worried that I would be too powerful and I couldn't be stopped. I, of course, assured him that this wouldn't be like the last time, but he did not believe me.
That, and I don't know how the clicky-clacky is going to pick up on my really bad mic setup.
Well, it's not like my double action keyboard that I have for my own personal computer. No, the double action, which I know it's a double something, and you told me at one point, but what I took away from it was double action because I like thinking, I like typing on my keyboard, and every keystroke is like I'm loading up for warfare on the I am getting absolutely blown the fuck away by these nice hooligans with the firearms here.
Yeah.
Firearms aren't as restricted in Warhammer 40k as they may be in some regions of our world. As you can see, firearms are necessary for battling your opponents in the grim darkness of the far future.
See, but they could have just solved it.
Now, I say necessary, but I'm going to murder this man with a knife.
They could have solved that more diplomatically, don't you think?
I apologize. I said man. He's a fungus creature. I can't really account for what genitalia he may have. Leandros is a real asshole here. He didn't really need to do that, but he did.
Those are the far-off, glassy-eyed stare of a true man.
Leandros being an asshole is going to be a common theme throughout the game. He's a giant whiny bitch baby, and he's going to stick with us on our whole journey. Yeah. That's Space Marine for you're such a whiny bitch baby, Leandros.
I forgot how long the start of this game is.
We're already playing the game. Here's your ruined helmet. Put it back on your dumb head. Jackass.
There he goes. Anyway,
stunning. Absolutely stunning.
No, I just forgot how many like cutscenes are there. Like this is a very story-driven game, and I
Yeah.
remember it. I remember it mostly as like a upgrade from a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
You know, I once met a man in a bar about 6 years ago, and he was really struggling because he was trying to come up with a new marketing stunt for the firm he worked with, some high-profile contract, and I told him that I was really focused on forging the narrative, and I guess that really took off.
Forge the narrative.
I let him have that one.
Yeah, that one's for free.
That one's that one's
For daddy. Man, I should have marked where we started this episode.
Why are you talking about that when we could be talking about this high-flaunting gameplay that we're playing as I smash through some more of these orc hooligan boys with my combat knife here?
Yep.
It's nice that the stun is a just free instant kill on them because God knows I don't want to commit effort to strategically do this. Strategically.
Now, okay, so we mentioned that you're on hard.
Yeah.
Did you mention?
Yeah.
Did you?
I mean,
Well, we're all playing.
that's a
hard.
W.
But did you mention all the differences between hard and normal?
No, because I don't play this game on normal. So I don't know the differences. I assume it's, more harder. But gosh, if I could regale you with the specific details.
Yeah. It's too bad we'll never get a second one of these games.
Yes, as Relic, the company that produced this particular title, was assassinated en masse. That's not true. Something happened to them.
I
hope they're alive and well.
Assassinated in mass, though. More interesting storyline.
That's pretty dark, my friend. We're playing this happy game. All the blood has disappeared from me. The other guardsmen took a wet nap to me, as guardsmen are wont to do. We're playing this happy-go-lucky, fun spaceman game with our good friend Kevin Spacey. And, Kevin Spacey, please come on our show.